Hello friends, today I am going to show you how to do dye penetrant test. See, dye penetrant test is one of the oldest, simplest but very efficient non-destructive test. Okay, so for dye penetrant test we need red dye penetrant, simply call it as penetrant also, penetrant remover or cleaner, and third chemical is developer. We need three chemicals: penetrant, cleaner, developer. And along with these three chemicals we need some cloth, and if we are conducting in broad daylight then it's okay, but if we are not conducting the DPT in broad daylight then we need light meter also. The minimum light required is 1000 lux or 100-foot candle. Okay, so before doing the DPT I'll show you the theoretical aspect of dye penetrant test. So the theory, what is the theory lies behind the DPT? Normally we have heard in you might have heard capillary action. Okay, suppose we have to carry out the dye penetrant test of this sample piece, okay, and assume there is a crack over here. Okay, so first we'll spray penetrant over the surface. First we'll spray the penetrant over the surface. See, penetrant is a red color liquid. Okay, so we'll spray the penetrant over the surface. Now, due to capillary action, if there is a crack over here, the penetrant will sit inside this opening. Okay, why it happens? It is just because the intermolecular attraction between the molecules of liquid and solid. Okay, so due to capillary action the penetrant will sit inside the penetrant will sit inside the crack or any flaw. Okay, first we'll spray the penetrant and then we'll let the penetrant as it is for a minimum period of time. That period of time is called as dwell time. Okay, dwell time varies from 5 minutes to 60 minutes or even more than that. Okay, as per ASME section 5 article 24 or ASTME 165, dwell time is given, so you can go for that, or you can choose the client's requirement also. So minimum we have to keep for 5 minutes as dwell time, or you can go more than that also. See, the temperature which we have to maintain is between 5 degree to 52 degrees Celsius. But if we are conducting our test at ambient temperature, then we can go beyond the dwell time also. But at elevated temperature, we should restrict ourselves to dwell time. Why? Because at elevated temperature, there is chances of penetrant might getting evaporated due to the high temperature. The penetrant may get evaporated due to the high temperature. Hence, at elevated temperature, we should restrict ourselves to dwell time. Otherwise, we have to restrict ourselves to dwell time. Okay, if it is at high temperature, but if it is at ambient temperature, then we can go for more than that also. So after leaving this for dwell time, we have to apply remover. Okay, we have to clean the penetrant. After dwell time, we have to clean the excess penetrant on the surface. Okay, while cleaning, we have to take care that the cleaning should be unidirectional. The cleaning should be unidirectional, and the remover shall not be spread directly on the surface. Instead of spreading directly on the surface, you have to use the cleaner on the cloth, and then we have to clean this surface. After thorough cleaning, we have to apply developer. After thorough cleaning of the penetrant, we can apply the developer. The developer is a white color liquid and it acts as an absorbent. What happens when we apply developer over the surface? If any penetrant is left behind this crack, it will automatically, the developer will suck this penetrant out. This penetrant will bleed out on the surface of this developer, and it will appear as a red. It will appear as red color. This crack will appear in a very sharp red color. That penetrant will be sucked on the surface of the developer. So this is the basic theory of the dye penetrant test. Now we'll carry out the dye penetrant test on this surface. this is our surface. Actually, we should carry out the DPT on edge welded surface. But here, for your understanding, I have grinded this surface. Okay, it is just for the understanding. Normally, we carry out at edge welded condition. So first, we'll clean this surface. This surface should be free from grease, oil, rust, dirt, or any other type of contaminants. Okay, it should be free from contaminants. So clean this surface. Only plain cleaning. Just plain cleaning this surface, and then we'll apply penetrant on the surface. So for penetrant, I'll call Mr. Naveen Kumar, our quality engineer. He will apply this penetrant on the surface. See, while spraying the penetrant, we should maintain a distance of minimum 10 inches. Okay, at least 200 to 250 mm distance we have to maintain. Okay, and first shake this can and then spray it evenly on this surface. So now you can see we have spread the penetrant over here. Now we'll left this as it is for the dwell time period. Okay. So friends, we had paused the video, and now our dwell time is over, so we can go for the cleaning of this surface. So for cleaning, as I told earlier also, first we'll clean this surface by dry cleaning. While cleaning, we have to the cleaning should be unidirectional. The cleaning should be unidirectional, and the penetrant should not be directly sprayed on the test piece. Rather, it should be sprayed on the cloth, and then it should be cleaned. As you can see, our cleaning should be unidirectional, and we have to clean till the red surface, the red color disappears from the cloth. You have to clean till the red color disappears from the cloth. So now you can see the red color is not coming on the cloth, hence our surface is clean. Now we shall apply the developer. Before applying developer, I would like to tell you that this developer shall be shaked very well. Okay, if you will not shake this developer, you will not get good result. And also we have to spray this developer from at least 8. We have to maintain a distance of at least 8 to 10 inches from the job piece. Okay.